am I up to today? We are back in Stormworks. I am working on the truck. Another truck. So we discovered that it was possible to get fuel, finally. It's possible to refine tons of fuel. So what I want to do today is I want to make a vehicle that can refine fuel and transport it. So we have one bin. I'm using these bins because this is our size. That ship that I have is scaled for this. The small ship is scaled for this. The big ship is bigger. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to make a trailer here for this. And I wonder if I can do that. Let's see here. I don't want the trailer to be too tall because we're already at our maximum. We're already at our maximum. So that was coming in. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right off of there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And what I should do is put it in mirror mode. Yes, there we go. 1, 2. Like that. And these are the large wheels. So we can do that. Definitely gonna need more than that. Let's see here. Oh, it didn't plant this one for me. All right, so if I copy that, paste that there. Let's see, it's long, so it's going to need to articulate. It's going to need to articulate. Let's just see how that looks. All right, they are individual, perfect. Sure it didn't cause a catastrophe there. Okay. So then how are these things going to connect together? I guess is the next part. So what I want is I want a turret. I want a large turret ring here. And this is basically all right, let's see here. That may as well be fixed. that can be oil, let's say. One of these can be, I don't know, whatever it's going to be. Oh, those weren't merged. Okay. I better do that. Okay, so that's that, that's that. Let me just finish cleaning up the bottoms here. Alright. I think this will work with the fixed pivot on there. I think it'll work with that. I think that'll work. I guess it won't be able to articulate is the problem. So what we need to do is get rid of this. Let's see, get rid of this again. Right, so if that's gonna attach to there. We'll do this. Let's see if we can take it to there. Now I wonder if a single, these are pretty tough, these things. If that'll work. Let me see here, I want to merge. See if that'll work. Doesn't really like it. Doesn't really like it. Let's see here. Oh, look, it flew. Projectile. Oh, it doesn't have. Alright, it's just wheels on the other side there. It's not too bad. This doesn't want to turn for some reason. Oh, there it goes. That could work. So the weakness is the door. It's this here. So maybe we'll try these instead. And we just merge them. Now, I don't know what was up with this tire. There, maybe that. Maybe that'll. interesting. Alright, what if I do that? No, look, it doesn't want to. Alright, oh, is that the wrong spot? Well, that's off by one. Look at that, look at those tires. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. That's probably why. They probably need to be in alignment. Alright. So on that. Yes, there we go. Okay. And how do these pivots, do they hold up a little bit better? Yes, very much so. Okay. So now we can either this might be a smart move here. Let's see here. What is that? Right on the bottom. Right on the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Just merge them because this is like one long trailer now. Right, and then there we go. Oh. Come off the wrong spot. Alright, so if I save this as our Refinery, spawn that. Let's just take it for a little spin. Alright. That was too much. Alright. Okay, so we now have the front one is so we have a truck and trailer now. Now let's see if it can hold the fluids inside the bins. That's what we need to try now. Yeah, we just needed to scale it up and then put a generator on it and then put a couple of the Refinery's thingies on there and we're good. See if it can haul all three first. That'll be the first test. Can we do all three? Can we do all three? It can. Not bad, not bad. It's pretty good, 40. I mean, it's got 150,000 liters of water on it. So, that's pretty impressive, actually. For that speed. Alright, so now we need to connect the rest of it so it can be a refinery. And it needs brakes. Have to connect the brakes to it. It's not bad. It's obviously slow. I mean, I would expect that from something this big. But it shouldn't have too many issues. Yeah, perfect. Shouldn't have too many issues going around the train. Nice. Oh, whoops. I heard something destroy. Alright, and so now what I need to do is figure out the refining portion of the vehicle now. Alright. So if we can get oil into the first compartment, we could run that into a chamber system. So I'm thinking that, with the example that I had yesterday, there was 500 liters of oil being refined. And when the oil got low, it would pump more oil into the chamber. So I'm thinking that if the total volume, for example, if I fill this entire container up with oil and then I stick a heater inside of it and turn that heater on, actually we need a furnace. If I put this inside here and I turn it on, what it's going to do is, oh, can I not plant it? Oh, I can only plant it on the outside? Oh, maybe I need pipes. Probably need pipes. pipe. Okay, so if I do that, for example,
And then we just have a pump.
this part, I'll get rid of that. It doesn't even need two pumps. It just needs one pump, coolant in. And then we need this liquid relief valve.
And then
Just this. So what will that do? Okay, that's going to turn all the oil, that's going to crank the heat up on all the oil in this chamber. Then I can pump that from here into the refinery section. This is the unknown part now, because what I need is this. All right, so first off, let's get rid of all this. Oops. All this did was just control the amount of fluid that's in here, and we're just gonna change how this is designed a little bit here. So what I have here is a chamber, right? Oil fills up into this chamber, and these distillers extract the refined product. It's small. I'm thinking I could probably increase the volume of this now, so more oil can come in there. But I also think if I add a few more of these to it, I'll be able to get more, I'll just be able to pull away more of the refined product. That's gonna make a little bit, it's gonna make some sense in a second here. Okay, so where did I get this concept from? Well, I have to say, there's another YouTuber there, we just call him the Professor. And he made a video there with distilling oil, and he made the chamber with the furnace, this whole setup. So if you're curious about how I got here, it's from his tutorial, and I just have to say that because that's where I got it from, right? I'm not claiming that I discovered this on my own. I did not. He discovered it. However, someone explained it to him. So the way it works, I guess, is the chamber fills up, and the first 3 blocks are oil, and then after that you have your diesel, and then you have your jet fuel. That's the way it has been explained. All right, so I can fit. Oh, look at that! I can just fit 3 distillers on here. That's actually perfect. That's perfect. And I think you can set them up. Oh, you can't set them up. All right, so it is just dependent on
their height. Okay.
You can't interact with them at all. So then what we want to do is we want to get these pumps here, and we want to, because what we're going to do is we're going to heat this entire chamber up. So we're going to have 50,000 liters of oil heating up to 300 degrees, and then it's going to start to distill. We're going to pump that into these distillers, and this is where it's going to be siphoned off, and it's going to go into these 2 bins. So now what I need to do is I just need to figure out if I want, how I want this to work. Because technically, is that right? That's out, right? Fluid out, yeah. If we can keep the heat going, as you saw with the last example, this will start to, it'll distill this entire container, and it'll replace all the oil with diesel and jet fuel. So I'll need to be able to sort that out, and that's what these distilleries will do, right? They'll be able to sort it out. So from here, they should just do this. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be better. They'll just connect the hoses, and then we'll have the winches on the truck itself. Okay, perfect. And then what is this chamber here? This is just a liquid meter and a thermostat, so I can see what's in here. Okay, now how do we attach this? Oops. How do we attach this thing here? So we want to remain inside the vehicle, inside the maximum width of the vehicle, so we can cross the bridges. That's the whole idea. We can cross the bridges. So if I do that, I'm probably only going to need a couple of these chambers. I probably only need the one. If I'm able to maintain the heat, right? So the heat was fluctuating inside the chamber, but if I'm able to maintain the heat inside the chamber, then it's actually a win. Because it will continue, there won't be any pause
In the refining.
right? It'll be continuous. It'll be absolutely continuous. Okay, here I'll put it in mirror mode. But that's the idea anyways, hopefully, so it should just continuously, oh, I was not thinking about that. There we go. So now it will stand up. Okay, and then we need the winches. We need 6 of these winches. So let's see here. Let's see what we can do. That's gonna be 3 wide. Yeah. And then that'll be the next one there. A little bit of work here, a little bit of work. All right, so that is our, I'll just draw the nodes here. Diesel, and this is our jet fuel. Oh, that's only 5. That is only 5. Oh, that's not gonna work. Whoops. Did my division wrong. So from here, we have to have a gap, 3, like that, 2, 4, yeah. then we're just, that keeps us, just keeps us within our maximum width here. Okay, nice. So then, these ones here are gonna be diesel, and these ones here are gonna be jet fuel. And that's pretty much just gonna come out. Like this. So there's already winches on the trailers. There's already winches there. And so I can just directly connect these like that. 1, 2, 3. All right. I won't be needing these extenders because this vehicle here is just for, I'll have to, this is for fueling, so I'll have to change that.
Yeah, okay.
Is that the only battery that runs this vehicle? Oh no, I've got more batteries there. Yeah, this vehicle only goes to the oil rig. It's part of the oil rig setup. Perfect.
And then now,
This should lock into place. Just like that. And now what I need to do is I need to put a generator on here because there isn't one. I'll put it here. Just want to see if that's going to be enough to run this thing here. Yeah, it's fixed through. Okay, and then now we just need a toggle button for that, just so I can test it out here.
and then we need a throttle.
And which way are these going? Negative. So, -1 and 0. And then we also need
A toggle button.
for the lock. So, furnace, and it's gonna go unlock. And, oh yes, we also need to connect the winches here. Connect the winches here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the nodes. And then what I want to do when we press the unlock button, it's gonna down. There we go.
And then I'll
Put a knot in there. There we go. Save that. So I don't need to unlock it. Let's turn it on first. And go from there. Let's start up. Alright. It is generating electricity. Turn the furnace on. Wants to go in reverse. This one's having problems in the very back. Probably too much weight. I'm guessing it's too much weight. I'll have to double up on the tires. Look at that, we're able to keep up. The furnace is on and the generator is able to keep up. We're slower, that's fine. But this is a support vehicle. It's not meant to be, you know, it's not a main vehicle, it's just, this is a support vehicle. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so now that we have that figured out, what I need to do is I need to try and reinforce the chassis a little bit here so I can handle a little more weight in these bins and not kind of thrash around like that. Okay. Because now it's all one vehicle. So I don't need this. Yeah, these bins here. I almost should have put another set of tires in the front. But if that'll, okay, let's see here. That will. Just copy that. Alright, I can do that and just paste it. See if that helps. Spawn that. Remember, it's still spawning in full of water. It's important. Is that like a double? What's going on here? Huh. I don't think that was a problem. Doesn't like it just doesn't like. Okay, do I have the brakes? That's reverse. This is brakes. Alright, let's see about this. Maybe that'll help. Not at all. I don't know why it's so jumpy. so jumpy, friend? Don't be scared. All right, I guess I'll need to put meters on the outsides of them also. Yeah, I don't know why it's so jumpy, but this one's so jumpy. But it wants to jump around. I could get rid of that. It's just with the length of it, I think it might be nice if these things, if they articulate a little bit. So that's just making those, all right, I'll try one more thing. Here. Let's see if I can get that a little more solid here. Because it's on the back. Alright, let's see what I can do there. See if we can put a tank wheel in there. Just to come up more. 1, 2. Has to do something like that. One more. Oh, I see. It's not quite. Yeah. Could try that. Mission failed. I'll probably have to replant these. Alright, let's see how that goes. Yeah, that's a bit better. Now it's not jumping around as much. Now, if I put the brakes on, it might be okay. Alright. So, I mean, not much to it now. Connecting electricity, the buttons are still connected mostly, thankfully. And then, of course, adding lights. The usual stuff, adding the lights and whatever. Bells and the whistles. So it works. Wow, there's a lot here. It works. So far, it's stable. So now what we need to do is we need to take it to the refinery, and we need to actually do a live test here and see if we can get some fruit here. So, we definitely needed a larger class of vehicles. Alright, well, this is so complicated. 1, 2, 3. I know I'm going to miss something. I'm going to forget. There's going to be one node somewhere I'll forget to connect. I don't actually think I need to connect that button there. I think that's part of the old. Yeah, let's see these winches here. Did I get these winches there? I did. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because you can get power to the hose, but there's no point in bringing power to the hose. They just have the node there. So it's confusing. They should not have a node. Whatever. They shouldn't have a node there. Looks like I missed the winches. Pumps. Something over here too I missed. It's toggle buttons. Alright, that should be all of it. Except for the stuff on the bottom. Alright, let's get rid of the stuff on the bottom. Oh, these. Okay, so everything actually should have power. The medium winch doesn't have power. Okay, the winches there have power. That's the hose. That doesn't need power. Okay, I think that is gonna do it. Okay, and now we need to connect power to the rest of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we were good there without the generator. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're ready to go to Oh, I should put a dial on the outside. Okay, so now this is in, and this is out. All right. And that can be our liquid level. And the pumps. Oh, I didn't even have the furnace button turned on. Imagine that. That test wasn't even a test, it was a failure. Okay, so that was the furnace. This one here can be refinery. We'll just do that. And then if I want to add lights to it, I think I do. Just a red light. All right. So that is going to do it for there. Let me test this. Let's save it and then test our test a couple of things here. First step, power. And that was just, and I also need pumps here so we can fill this thing up with fuel. Okay. We don't need to worry about that right now. So I'm looking at this truck and I'm like, man, you know what? I could have something like this for fighting forest fires on the mainland, where you could just take this down to the ocean and fill this up with water, and then just drag it. And okay, so if I do that, those should be extending, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll have to exit this then. It's going to be too tall. So we'll come out a little bit. We got all right, what never connected it. Yeah, unlock. Release. Okay, and then I also need this kind of stuff, the chamber temperature. So before we can go,
Here, let's put some dials on here then.
let's just get all this here. Okay, so it's just the chamber temperature. Chamber temperature. Holy, what's our runtime on this one? Oh, an hour, perfect. We're basically ready to go. We are ready to go. Let's spawn this in. Yeah, I might remove that pivot. This pivot here. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right. Spawning in. Testing, yeah, it likes that a lot better. All right. Oh, is this not connected to the... Oh yeah, that with everything turned on, it can't keep up. It cannot keep up. Just barely at 40 RPS. So that's would be warming everything up, and but I could always bring it back here and connect it to the workbench. All right, so let me take a look at this and see what's going on here. This it is not connected. Okay, I thought it was connected, but it is not connected. Oh, all right. Let's see. I just want to see if the mast will go up. It should. All right, there we go. There we go. So I could just sit at a port. That's probably what I would do. Look, it's even draining. It's even draining the station. That's so funny. So if I turn this on, let's see if I turn this on. There we go. That's enough to be stable. So that's even better. That's even more fuel efficient than the setup that I had. So I can either do this in here or I can go down to the port. There's one of these down at the port. So I guess that's that. So I suppose that's the whole idea behind nuclear power is you need your energy. We need the energy. Now, I could try, I've tried to split the RPS for this. So I can have this going and not any pressure here. But it just doesn't seem to want to work that way. So, let's see if there's any more room on this. I don't think there is. Oh, not the starter. Alternator. I don't think there's any more room. On there now. So, how do we crank out more? Like if I put in a valve. Let me see here. I don't know if this is gonna work. I guess there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. Oh, it's an electric valve.
manual valve.
Right. All right. I just want to test that just to see if that's gonna. Because if I can turn off the wheels and put all the electricity into the generator, that would be cool. Alright, so yeah, see, it doesn't work that way. We can't transfer RPS like that. So I would need a separate motor on here for this setup to work. I would need a separate motor. So I could take this engine. Kind of seems like a waste, really. Right, the wheels will be locked, but if I crank the power. So anyhow, I guess the idea is we fill this one up with oil, and then we can distill it wherever we want to store it. Ideally, I just come back to the workbench, run electricity from the workbench, and can just pump it straight into the workbench. That's probably the smartest thing to do. Alright, well that is going to do it for this video. It's a little long one. In the next video, I will take the truck, fill it up with fuel, I'll come back, and we will see how it refines. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you